What you're about to hear are letters from real people right here in our own community who are wrestling with issues that make their lives very difficult. How do these challenges affect them? We've asked other individuals in Bristol to read their letters, and here's what happened.
I would have never expected to find myself in the position to need Bristol Faith in Action, but I am so blessed because when I really needed them and I had nowhere else to turn, they were there. I got married to my high school sweetheart after graduation. We had 2 beautiful children and a life was good for 10 years. Suddenly though, it turned abusive out of nowhere. And it was the kind of abuse when your 7-year-old is calling 911 and begging his father not to kill his mother. What a blessing to have Bristol Faith in Action here in our community. As a mother, I can never imagine having to go through the things that this mother did.
My mom moved to be closer to me and decided to take my dad to court so I would be able to visit her. The whole thing ended up with so much fighting that I just wanted to give up. That would have meant I wouldn't be able to see my mom and my brother, which I would have hated. But at the same time, I couldn't stand the fighting. One day though, my CASA volunteer came to my house and everything changed. Well, my reaction when I first read that letter was, just think of the situation this young person is in and how much that happens today in everyday life. And it's just heart-tearing. It's very upsetting.
Eventually, I wasn't allowed to work, not even allowed to care for my 4 boys. He wanted me to use drugs too, which I eventually did because it seemed to ease the violence and pain. However, after one particular beating, I called the police, which I had done in the past, but had always run away before they came. This time, I stayed and the police called DSS, who then called Abuse Alternatives, Inc. As a mother and a grandmother, I just cannot imagine my children or my grandchildren having to go through this situation. It is just heartbreaking to me to think of them having to live like this.
The Scouts have done so much for both my son and my daughter, especially her. She's 14 now, but about a year ago, she was raped and she basically shut down after that happened. Then she got involved with the co-ed venturing program, and it was the people in it that really helped her. It just goes to show with the community backing of the United Way, it helped open doors for her and actually make her fit back into society.
Here, I was a stranger in a community and I didn't know where to turn. I was scared, broke, jobless, and desperately needed medical care, but couldn't afford insurance. For the first time in my life, I experienced hopelessness. Thankfully, though, that didn't last long. A friend told me about Healing Hands Health Center, and I immediately signed up. First of all, it's heartbreaking to hear stories like this, someone having to go through such dire straits, coming to a community where they don't know anyone and having nowhere to turn.
Today in our community, more than 181 children are homeless. More than 20% of the people living in Bristol, Tennessee have income below the poverty level. In Bristol, Virginia, it's even higher at a staggering 27.1%. United Way of Bristol helps address these and many other issues in our community through our partner agencies, community impact initiatives, business partners, and volunteers by addressing the root causes of the problems in our community. We work with our partners to not only provide short-term immediate help to those in need, but also to achieve lasting changes. With your help, we can continue to ensure that everyone in our community will have the resources necessary to overcome life's challenges and live healthy and productive lives. Join us. Give a little and change a lot.
Thank you for being there for me.
Thank you for being there for me. Thank you.
Thank you for taking care of our children.
Thank you for providing a safe place for our family.
Thank you